So I recently made a post about how it is that racists will get online and lie about their accomplishments and achievements so that they can push their racism. And as if on cue, all of the racists came scurrying like cockroaches to prove me right. But there was one in particular. So Julian Trevino says exactly, and these ugly fat black like they own shit. Now Juju, ugly, you and I both know better than that. Black, yes, as fuck, and unapologetically so. But I don't know, Juju, you might got me on the fat thing. I've been working on that and I've gone down 3 sizes. I'm gonna be honest, Juju, trying to get this last 50 pounds off has been a motherfucker. But I don't know, let's take a look at what your girl looks like. Maybe I can get some inspiration. What?
Uh-oh.
Juju, what is this? Come on, Juju, man, I know good and goddamn well. Juju, it would appear that you're living in a glass house. Very sturdy one, I might add. Juju also made some other not so nice comments. But then when I showed him where he worked, he blocked me. You should have asked about me first, Juju. While you were busy being a keyboard warrior, I was busy gathering all of your information. See you in part 2, Juju. Juliet, Juju, you didn't think I forgot about you, did you? Honey, I am nothing if not a woman of my word. So here's part 2. So just to catch everyone up really quickly, I recently made a post about how it is that racists will come online and lie about everything just to push their racism. And Juju decided to come into my comments and say this, and these ugly fat like they own shit. And so it was in the first video that I made to Juju that I introduced you to his super skinny girlfriend, because if I'm fat, this must be what skinny looks like. Anywho, Juju, I digress. See, that comment is the one that caught my attention, that put you on my radar. But it was this comment in words like you are worthless sacks of monkey shit, and this comment where you're threatening to kill me, it got me on your ass, Juju. Now, to be fair, Juju B, I gave you fair warning to watch what you say to me. But it's very clear, Juju, that you have no emotional control. And dangerous, violent people like you need to be taken off the streets, Juju. So just to give you a heads up, Juju B, I contacted the FBI Hate Crime Division. I did, and I filed a report. As a matter of fact, I just got done speaking with them about an hour and a half ago. I'm guessing you might be getting a call or a visit soon. I don't know how that works. Juju, you also mentioned that you're a registered voter who voted for Trump. It's weird though, Juju, that you didn't mention that you're a lifetime member of this registry. Now, Juju, it was at this time that I reached out to some of your people. They had absolutely no clue that you were such a racist, violent man. They also gave me some information. They said that you, Juju, have access to children. You being a lifetime sexual registry member, Juju, we can't have that. So I reported that too. Juju, you say you're a registered American voter, but your people say that you're with that white girl to get a green card. I don't know which of the two it is. But just to be safe, I placed the call to ICE. So yeah, if it is the green card thing, I don't see that happening for you, Juju. As a matter of fact, did you know that I was psychic? I see a plane, Juju. I see an upcoming flight for you back to Mexico. Bon voyage. Have a safe trip.
Racism expensive, bruh.
So I just walked in the house. I'm on the elevator. Well, first of all, when I walked in the building, this lady is like moving in, and so I held the door open for her and her husband. Put my food down. So I had went out and ran some errands or whatever and came back, and I had grabbed some food while I was out, so I had my Yard House bag. So the lady on the elevator, when I hit the floor I was coming to, she was like, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of deliveries here. That floor you're getting ready to go to, that's the penthouse floor. You know, she's telling me, you know, what's on the floor and everything. Yeah, we're on the 2nd floor and we pay this. So the 7th floor, they pay this, and blah, blah, blah. She going on and on. Well, be careful out here door dashing.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all be seeing black people minding their business in the middle of a store, and then you walk up to us and ask us if we work there. Because why was I just in Walmart looking at the lip liners, and this woman comes up to me, she's like, you work here? This is exactly what I did. I looked down on my shirt. I looked up at her. I said, cause actually get out of my face. What Walmart have you ever seen that has their employees wearing blue cotton Henleys? Quickly, 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 quickly. Fast, 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 fast. Answer fast. Does this look like a blue and yellow polyester vest to you? Right now, tell me right now. Also, it doesn't. Because y'all can't see black people in any other space other than servitude. And I'm sorry. It is that deep. Y'all have racial biases that you guys don't know how to address. Why is it that you see a black woman standing looking at... I'm literally standing looking at lip liners. I'm not doing anything. I'm not even moving. And I'm wearing a long sleeve, and you're coming up to me asking me if I work there. And I'm tired because this is not the first time I get that. Like, y'all just see us minding our business, and if we're not doing work or serving in any way, you guys genuinely wonder why we're there. If not to serve you. I'm wearing a blue Henley yoga pants and Crocs. Please tell me. Please tell me. Y'all actually piss me off when you do that. And at first I used to be like, no. And now I look at you and I literally dismissed her. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I just thought. Get out of my face. I don't care what you thought. Y'all are racist as fuck.
I was in New York recently,
tiring, bro.
and I got off this train, and it was one of those elevated trains in New York, and it was just this one white girl on the train stop. She wasn't super young. She looked like my age, 20s, whatever. As I'm walking to leave, I noticed that she moves a little quicker than she was acting before I started walking, and suddenly she's out of view. She's like behind something, and as I'm walking, she continues to be behind something, and I can't see her, which makes no sense. If I'm walking and you're standing somewhere, whatever's in front of you is going to shift, and I'm going to be able to see you. Right. She just kept disappearing, and I was like, am I crazy, or is she like disappearing right now? So right when I get to the exit, I turn around just to make sure I'm not freaking crazy, and this young white woman, she's literally like behind like a divider wall. She's like hiding and looking at me with like scared eyes, and I'm like, you can't be serious.
Hey, let's go into the recap real quick, man. I wanted to I had like 4 or 5 like videos like this, but in a different context, but I just split them up because it's easier. Number one, this first video is wild, right? Because we get so many of these keyboard warriors all the time, bro. Like I will never understand, and maybe it's because I'm a different breed, right? I really, everything that I say on these internet streets, I can back in real life. There's no cap here. There's no nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm very confident in myself, but I just don't understand how people just so quickly can go to, it's not about insulting, right? It's about the racism. The default into racism to me will always be very confusing, because I don't understand the first thing when I get mad at somebody that's not black is to call them a racial slur. I don't understand that. Like I don't understand that, bro. The default in the racism, that gets me every time. But he ended up getting exposed, right? And this is always the case. Normally the loudest people on the internet, right, social media, it's always people like this that always have terrible backgrounds. This dude, number one, he called her this, but this is his woman, right? And sorry, you know, she got to catch a stray, but she know who she's married to. She knows she married to a racist, so I don't feel bad for her either. She get whatever smoke that come there together, right? But this the thing that gets me, right? Okay, you see what he stood on that, right? Then doubling down on it, right? This is crazy, bro. Like, it's just tiring to have to constantly defend yourself. And you can get these people that have never experienced this, right? That'll sit here and tell you how to handle a situation that they don't deal with daily. Oh, don't respond, man. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you have to go lower, because people don't know no chill. So now I gotta ruin your life because you can't shut up. Okay. Now, before obviously this happened, he already ruined his own life, and she exposed that. And this be the sweetest revenge for me, because you got what you was asking for. If you have lived a life of sin, if you have done that, even if you believe in God or not, you should be as quiet as you can. If you have skeletons in your closet, you should be very quiet. Right? The person that I am on this screen here is the same person I am in real life. Everyone that know me will tell y'all this. Right? This is me. I don't have an online persona. But for people to, you know, want to stoop to racism and just violence. Like, hold on. You wouldn't say that if you wouldn't say this to a man in public, face to face. You shouldn't be saying it at all. That's my position on most shit. All right. Now let's keep going. Okay. So this woman, the assumption that she's just a door dasher and she's not, like, the amount, like I said, bro, the amount of disrespect that we deal with on a daily basis, and y'all wonder why black people are, how you will see it, we have attitudes or whatever you want to call it. Bro, we constantly dealing with shit all the time, every day. I can't even play a video game. My boys can't play video games without being barraged with racism all the time. Hatred for no reason. Okay? So, whatever, right? That was a mild encounter, right? Now, one thing that I can relate to the most, I can't fathom. I can't imagine, obviously, what it's like to be a black woman and receiving that treatment, bro. I get it as a dude. What about me in street clothing say that I work in that store? My colors don't match. I don't have any inventory in my hand. You've never seen me there otherwise. Normally, if you go to a certain store, you see those people every once in a while. You know, you'll pass that one person that works in that particular section. Whatever the case may be. It's the assumption that, like she said, we have to work in a position of servitude. It's that, you know, that's fatigue. Waking up white is not fatigue, bro. This is fatigue. Everything that I'm showing you guys is an example of fatigue. Right here. We just can't be left alone. Fine. Right? And again, if you're not a white person that's like this, and not just white people, obviously, because this guy clearly isn't white, but there are a lot of people that adopt that supremacy, you know? But let's get on to this one here. I want to get on to the very last one.
And I got off the sides, and I'm like,
not even being thought about. And this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, and then you're gonna have some idiot get in the comments and say, oh, well, that person is gonna get the benefit of the doubt, not the person that was completely minding their business in the first place. Her, the person that was scared is gonna get the benefit of the doubt just because y'all always stick up for each other regardless of how wrong it is. Instead of being the correct, say, yo, she was crazy, she was tripping. These are the examples I'm talking about, bro. And then we'll go through this, and then we still are trying to be pleasant in society. We're still trying to be decent individuals. Y'all don't go through that. Y'all don't go through that. You can argue with your mama. You can argue with the internet. Y'all don't go through that. It's exhausting, bro. That's fatigue right there. Quick example, right? This was maybe, I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago. I'm in the Wegmans store. I don't know, Wegmans is a grocery store. Very nice grocery store, expensive grocery store. Not in Wegmans. I'm headed to Wegmans. I'm sorry. I parked in the back of the parking lot. Okay, it's a rainy day. I want to say it was like late fall. Rainy day, it's raining hard. Oh, I was going there to pick up my son's birthday cake. His birthday is in November. So, I ordered a cake. I'm going to pick it up. I parked way in the back of the parking lot. It was raining real hard, right? So when I got there, it starts raining hard. You know, like coming down, like parked way in the back. I had on my work uniform that day. So I had on, it was just like a red, I don't even know what you call those shirts. It wasn't a long sleeve. It was just like a red dress shirt with, you know, the name and the logo attached to the chest. No, that was longer than 5 years ago. It was before I started this business. My bad. But anyway, red logo on chest. Not cargo pants, but Dickies. You know, with a belt tucked in, fully everything. I have no coat because I'm going after work to grab the cake. or whatever. And I park way in the back. And when I get out the vehicle, right, I'm about to make a run. You know, I'm about to like light jog. I'm like, I'm gonna try to jog over here to the little canopy where they have canopies for their carts. Like you don't just push them into the racks. They actually have canopies for their carts. Very nice. So I get out my truck. I close the door. Now it seemed like as soon as I get out the truck, it want to rain harder for some reason. So I get out the truck and I start trying to jog. I done stepped in a puddle. Now my socks all wet. I start jogging. There's this white woman coming out the front. I see her coming out of the store. Has an umbrella. Her purse. You can see the purses on one side or whatever. Right? And this the shit y'all do. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Now, as this sister, she's minding her business. Same with me. I'm just running to go get my son's stuff, but I'm very aware of my surroundings, you know. So as I'm running, I'm like on this side. She's on this side. Like she's where these cars at on this side. I'm on this side by the back side of these cars, and I'm jogging, you know. So as I'm jogging now, I want to say I was probably like 50 yards away. It was a ways away. So I'm like light jog. I'm speed walking, but not really jogging, but not really walking. I can't really explain it. So as I'm jogging this way, I guess her car, I don't know, right? I guess her car was on the side that I was on. So she goes and, starts trying to cross over here. So I see her now in my mind. I try to stay away from white folks and that type of stuff, in elevators, all that stuff. Like I'm always hyper vigilant. I ain't trying to get caught up in no BS with y'all. I ain't got time for it, dog. It's exhausting. So as she's crossing over to come over to my side, I cross over to go on this side. So as I'm crossing to go over this side, she starts coming back over here. So I go back over this way. I go back on the side that I originally on. So now we doing the whole like we doing football moves now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get there. I see her going back. So now I'm just trying to go. She's going now. We pretty much in front of each other now because she's trying to, I don't even know where she's trying to go. I'm trying to get to the store, right? And it's happening in slow, fast motion. And as we get close or whatever, she like jump. She like jump. I'm like, excuse you. And I keep going or whatever. Bro, don't you know, once I went in the store, all the way to the back of the store, right? I waited like maybe 10 minutes in line, finally got the cake or whatever. I told her, excuse you, because I'm trying to get out her way. You know what I'm saying? Not excuse me, she's in my way. Excuse you, So, I'm wet, but I'm trying to get the cake, and I'm already thinking in my head about how I'm going to get to this car with this cake in this cardboard box with it raining like this. I don't have an umbrella. I don't know how I'm going to achieve this. And there's no bag to fit the cake in. So that's what's going through my head. Right? I'm not thinking about this woman no more. She's out of sight, whatever. So I get to the front door and there's a security car that they have parked over to the side or whatever. Right? And I just pan real quick, before I'm getting the are you ready, set, go, so I can go to jog this shit to the truck. And a security guard that was over there, I end up seeing the woman, she was like linked over talking to the passenger side of the security car. It was maybe like 15 feet away. I didn't notice that. I didn't put two and two together that was the same person. I'm like, it's a million people who have coats and shit. She's leaned over and she's talking or whatever, and I see her like point, like I see her like point toward me, but it's a lot of people there, so I'm not thinking about. So I find my clearing and I just start jogging to my truck. Right, got the cake. I'm like chugging, but I'm trying to keep the cake from sliding. So I get to my truck. I put the cake in the trunk. And as soon as I get to the trunk, the security car security car SUV pulls up behind me, right? So I hop in my truck. I hop in my truck because it's raining. I ain't thinking about it. You know, I'm thinking like he's just monitoring a lot or whatever the case may be. Whatever he does, whatever they do. So I get in my truck and I'm drenched, bro. I'm drenched. So I had this this towel, you know, that I would go to the gym. I had this towel and I'm wiping myself off. I hear a knock on the window. I look, it's a security guard. So I have rain guards for my windows, so I can crack my windows and the rain won't come in. I have rain guards. You know, so as I'm wiping off or whatever, I got my keys done dropped in between the seat. So he's knocking on the window. So now I'm trying to dig for my keys or whatever. I'm like, hold on. So I dig for my keys. Now my antenna's all up. I'm already like pissed off. So I'm, you know, and I turn the key, let the window down. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? He was like, hey, did you have an altercation with a woman in the parking lot? I'm like, what you mean altercation? What are you talking about? He was like, yeah, I just had a woman say that you was harassing her. And you two had an altercation in the parking lot. I'm like, no, bro. I pulled up here, parked way in the back. It started raining hard, and I started jogging to the front. There was a woman as I was coming. We kind of got like, she was trying to go to this side. I went to this side. So we almost like bumped into each other, but I went around. I told her, excuse you, right? She was like, oh, well, yeah, this woman is saying that she felt threatened by you. And I'm like, hold on, bro. I said, wait. I said, I ain't do nothing. I said, I don't know what y'all got going on with this shit, but I ain't did nothing to no woman. Obviously, she was a white woman. I said, I ain't did nothing to that woman. I was going in here to get my son's cake. You seen me because I seen you see me come out of the store with the cake. Yeah, I'm just relaying the message, but how he was relaying the message is if I was already guilty of something, right? I'm like, bro, now I'm getting offended because I see you getting at some shit, you know? So I'm like, bro, respectfully, man, y'all leave me alone with that shit. Now I'm kind of going off from him because y'all, I'm drenched. I'm trying to get home. You know, I got my son's cake and some random that I'm not thinking about is making a situation into a situation that has nothing to do with me, right? The only encounter we had was me telling you, excuse you, because I tried to accommodate you 3 times going into the store. I tried to move around you 3 times, but it wasn't enough, obviously. She made it her effort to walk in while I was in the store, go to the security guard and tell them that me and her had an altercation and I'm intimidating her or something, bro. Oh God, man. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but it's exhausting, bro. We just get tired. And then when we get short and we come off with a strong personality, y'all want to say, oh, well, y'all all a certain way. Yeah, because y'all won't leave people alone. If you're constantly having to defend your position in life, you will be this way too. It's exhausting, dog. Real talk. It's exhausting. Where she literally went and made herself a victim in a situation that wasn't even a situation. I'm going to the store. You are in my way. It'd be the same way getting into the elevator. If they're a white woman or two, and go look up that Dwayne Wade story. If there's a white woman or two in the elevator, and it's just me, I will not get in the elevator. I'll wait till the next one. Nope, I'm not getting in there with y'all. I ain't trying to be accused of nothing. I'm not saying y'all will. I ain't trying to be accused of nothing. I'm not trying to be the last person that you remembered in close quarters. I'm not giving you nothing on me. I will wait. Like me jogging, I tried to accommodate. Now, I'm gonna be completely straight up. If that was a black person I was encountering, I would have stayed on the same side. I just would have moved out the way when I got closer. I try to completely avoid those encounters with people that are like that for that reason. For that reason. That's all I'm saying, bro. And to be dismissive of something that you've never experienced is wild crazy to me. You know, all of these stories are legitimate. Everybody has a legitimate way to feel about it. Unless you have experienced this, you can't speak on it. You can't tell people how to feel about it. Right? And this is not a black versus white thing, because we have other cultures that do the same stuff to us. And it may happen to other cultures from other cultures. I'm not saying it don't. What I'm saying is, these are examples, and I have multiple examples of this happening to me. Something just happened to me earlier this morning. Right? It's exhausting, bro. Y'all don't get up and have to defend y'all being, defend y'all purpose, defend y'all position, defend your careers. You don't have to do that. Y'all don't have to do that. We do. You know what I'm saying? It's not a shot at anybody else except people that are like the woman that I encountered, the man that the first woman in this video encountered. Okay, the woman that she encountered in the building, the woman she encountered in the store, and this woman here. So everybody can't keep saying the same thing, but you keep blowing it off because it's not in favor of your beliefs or what you want to believe. Facts are the facts. These things happen. All right. Now, if you take a racial stance on it, that's just you. You weird. But show me an example of where this happened to you in reverse. Show me. Tell the story how I'm telling mine. Tell the story how they told them. How they told theirs. Sorry. And that's all you got to do. Keep it clean, man. Ayobastle TV. Like, comment, share. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.